Alright, welcome back to another Art of War 3 replay. I'm your host, John Cena, and today we're going to be doing a clan 2v2 battle. I'm going to be the blue Confederate player, my ally EveRommel C is going to be the green Confederate player. So let's go and get into it. We're going to be facing off against two resistance players, and we can see that we got some action unfolding on the battlefield here. Let's go ahead and see how this battle plays out. So we can see there's some early fighting for this large container. I sent a fortress to try and capture it, but looks like we got some early aggression here happening on both ends of it. I am not going to be able to capture this container, but I'm going to try and make some use of my early scout units to try and burn off resources so that red doesn't get as much benefit there. We can see that EveRommel is trying to defend from some incursions here from yellow. Looks like yellow is going for the early game rush here. That is a ton of coyotes. Yellow is going all in on a rush here, and EveRommel's only got a couple units so far. We've got some fortresses and a hammer tank, and that is not going to cut it against this many coyotes. I tell EveRommel to try and build a rocket tower if possible. So it looks like EveRommel's going to try and push back the yellow player. EveRommel's now got two hammer tanks and a couple infantry in there in the mix, but that is a lot of early game units here for that yellow player. Yellow is continuing to press. There's just more coyotes just pouring out of the woodworks here, and the coyotes are now going to drive straight past EveRommel's defensive line. EveRommel now trying to get more tanks out to defend, but these coyotes are going to drive straight past the hammer tanks and are now going to dish out damage from the back. So EveRommel is continuing to be pressured by these coyotes and by the infantry that are starting to move in support of yellow's rush here. And EveRommel's starting to run out of units here. There's only one hammer tank, two hammer tanks, three hammer tanks now. EveRommel's desperately trying to produce more hammer tanks to fight off the coyotes. Normally hammer tanks will beat coyotes, but this is a very off ratio. EveRommel is heavily outnumbered right now, and yellow is just relentlessly pouring in coyotes. Getting rushed by coyotes is hands down one of my least favorite strategies to lose to, and I really don't want EveRommel to lose here, so I'm going to send some reinforcements right now. My plan is to split my assault forces between saving EveRommel and defending my base. So we can see that EveRommel is low power now. A couple of supply centers and a factory are not able to produce units, so EveRommel has enough units to stop more reinforcements from pouring in, but there's just a bunch of coyotes in the back of EveRommel's base, and I need to get over there to help out. And look at this, there's a sniper tower from the yellow player. Yellow's going all in on this, and looks like red's going to try and push an early game assault as well with some infantry coming in there, but I'm going to go ahead and counter. So my rescue forces have arrived. I've got a couple cyclones in the mix and some hammer tanks. I'm going to throw on a gold common attack boost just so we don't take any chances here, and now my hammer tanks are just shredding these coyotes. EveRommel's got some forces as well, and with the combination of our two forces, we are able to clean up these forces. Alright, and we can see here, there's a couple structures there from the yellow player. Looks like yellow is full on pushing with coyotes and sniper towers. And honestly, this is just a weird strategy. I'm not sure why yellow is doing this. Possibly to troll, I'm not sure, but yellow is definitely nowhere near strong enough to troll like this. And we can see just with our attacks here, we're not really boosting, or at least I'm not boosting. And my units are just shredding this yellow player's units and buildings. And we get to see that yellow definitely did not anticipate me coming in to help out. Yellow's now in trouble. We're starting to push back the yellow player. We're taking out the defensive line. Yellow's just trying to desperately reinforce, but we have critical mass with our hammer tanks and cyclones, and there is just no way. We're going to go ahead and try to push here. We see a construction yard from the yellow player. We're going to go ahead and take that out. And look at this. Red's trying to camp in the middle of the map here. This is kind of a weird strategy as well. We're going to go ahead and press now. I've got some infantry and a couple vehicles in the mix there. Let's go ahead and make our push here. So we're going to try and fight for control of the center of this area here. And meanwhile, We can see that those sniper towers are firing on my units. That third one trying to be finished. It is going to get taken out though by my units. We've got a combined arms group here moving in on the yellow player though. And yellow is in really big trouble at this point. Right now, I'm just trying to exert some pressure on the red player. We're just going to get rid of those sniper towers so we can get map control. In the meantime, we're just continuing to clean up this yellow player. We can see yellow is HQ2, so yellow did not have a backup plan in case their rush failed. So we're going to finish off the yellow player. And here, I'm just going to exert some pressure on red. I just want to capture that large resource container. We can see at this point, it's pretty much good game. Both EveRommel and I have a pretty large standing army, and between the two of us, we can easily take down both of these players. So, around this time, we got a notification that both players surrendered on the resistance side, so the rest of the game is just us kind of trying to do contracts and cleaning up the two resistance players. Hopefully you all enjoyed this battle of us countering an early game rush. We will see you in the next battle. Good luck with your battles until then.
Victory.